What is up, everyone? Happy Wednesday. Channel chat today is why we ground. Oh my gosh, is this crucial as fuck right now? Because of so many reasons. We are literally shifting into a whole new paradigm. Aquarius season started yesterday. I'm an Aquarius. What? Best side. And with that brings like the age of the Aquarius, right? We're shifting out of a lot of things that are no longer serving our collective or ourselves. And so when I received the guidance that this is what the channel chat was going to be about, I was like, okay, that makes sense. Oh, and look at that. It's also the inauguration day. Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh. Mercury retrograde is happening next week. Oh, wow. Like, it was just spot on. So, grounding can be kind of boring because it's like, oh, but if you're like me, an Aquarius, you like to go up in the sky and maybe astral travel, maybe leave your body. If you've had trauma, you maybe dissociate. And so grounding can be like such like a feeling because sometimes it's nice to go flighty and go for a ride, go up in the sky, right? But what grounding does is give you that unshakable, rooted space, foundation that you can be here when change, destruction, and movement is happening. When the winds are blowing, when the storm is here, you being in your grounding is you trusting that something bigger is happening. So when I was connecting this morning, I asked for guidance on what to share today and how. And a beautiful poem came through. Poetry really helped me when I was kind of at the brink of my awakening. I started writing and it was like God was talking to me. I would write a poem or I would just write words, like not even think, they would just come out. And then I would read them and be like, whoa, I needed to hear that. Oh my gosh, that was amazing. Like, it's not me, it's coming through me. And so when I write and when I read my poems, I'm very much like, this is just through me. It's a channel. And what came through today was like, oh yeah, cool. So I'm going to read this and then I'm going to go into some, hello Bev, good to see you. I'm going to read this and then go into some more details on why we ground, ways that we can ground, the cruciality of it, and how it doesn't have to be such a like, oh, I don't want to be on the earth, I want to be flying high. So, all right, loves, let's do this. Movement, change, and destruction are all inevitably going to happen. If you watch the beginning of this video, you'll laugh at this more. Just that sentence. A song was trying to come through at the beginning. Movement, change, and destruction are all inevitably going to happen. We ground to be reminded we are on earth as a spirit in a human experience. We ground to not get swept away by our thoughts or dismay. We ground to feel held and comforted by Mother Earth when it seems our path took an unexpected turn. We ground to be securely shown how interconnected we are to dimensions known and unknown. We ground to surrender and trust that every storm is bound to pass and every storm has a chance to bring light to and remove what was once blocking our path. Movement, change, and destruction, all are inevitable to happen. So, we ground to trust a source to the foundation that there is something bigger than us. We ground, I ground, you ground. And so, with that, I invite you close your eyes for just a moment. If you're able to. If you're not, you can leave them open and just hold an imaginative eye. And imagine, visualize the center of the earth, the core of the earth is an oasis of healing, of compassion, of nutrients, of pools of elixirs of healing for all of your worries. And that center of the earth is massive, bigger than our mind could ever imagine or comprehend. And the center of the earth is the core of the foundation of you being here now. The center of the earth has roots that have space for the elixirs to drop into and spew, swirl, and sway up into your own essence, your own being. Receive the elixirs that you are in need of now. Visualize this healing flow from the center of the earth coming right up the grounding that you have locked in place, that is there for you, supporting you now. As we honor the truth of the interdimensions of our being, we can tap into this support whenever we choose. We are energy. And when you move from third dimensional living and ascend to a higher awareness of fifth dimensional living, you can connect with the center of the earth with your mind's eye. We don't need this human body. This human body is here for us to live out a human experience. Our spirit can go down to center earth and be like, cool, here, buddy, take this elixir. Pew, pew. I'm in a super goofy mood today. So visualization, as I just guided you through, is one form of feeling that grounding, feeling that support. When your thoughts are in a spiral, you are not grounded. No, your grounding is up from the center of the earth and just like swiddling around. That's how I see it. And so you can plug it into the center of the earth instead of into your worry thoughts. You can, when your mind is wrapped in a chaos or a destruction or drama, you are not grounded. You are not in the present. You are not in the here and now. When you're not in the here and now, when you're not grounded in that space, you cannot receive the wisdom. You cannot move through the emotions that are guiding you to the truth on the other side. So before I just realized I don't have my thingy, my microphone. I don't know if you can hear me better, but I don't know my little beeps things in. When I started my spiritual journey, I connected a lot with rocks. And I remember my somatic therapist at the time, who was super helpful in guiding me in like the awareness that I was having a spiritual awakening, first of all. And she kept talking about grounding. And I remember not totally understanding what it meant. And when I looked it up, there was like a guidance on like standing in grass, which like, yeah, standing in grass is dope and amazing and a great way to ground, but it's not the only way. So I actually used to put rocks in my pocket, in my jean pocket to like hold me down. I used to wear I used to be really I'm still like connected with crystals, but I don't put my power in crystals. Like I can connect to their energy without having them in my space. And so I always used to wear a bracelet. I used to have a hematite bracelet, which I liked the weight because it kind of helped keep me like here, because I would dissociate every fucking other second. I was dissociating all the time. If my partner and I were having a discussion, or we were in a not confrontation, but we were being confronted by stuff, oh my God, I was out. And so that bracelet or the rocks, like, it just helped keep me here and now. And so I was guided to share like all of the ways that we can ground in that specific way. If you're someone who has a challenge with the visualization and like actually feeling into it and keeping that space, I invite you to find some rocks that you like, or some crystals. I still have these two rocks helped me with my intuition, helped me. And if you've read The Alchemist, I can't remember the names of them, but there's like a yes rock and a no rock. And this is what it's on the tip of my tongue. I don't remember it. Maybe I'll write it in the chat if I can remember it. So I would hold onto these and I would just feel their wisdom. I would connect, and like it would help me not be taken away or swept away by the wind of a thought or the wind of an energy, because like I was sharing, we are all energetic beings. And if you are more sensitive, which is most of the population now, because we're shifting into a new paradigm, when you're sensitive, you feel the fucking energy of the room. And if you're not grounded, guess what? You're going to be taken the fuck out. You're going to be caught in the midst of it. You're going to be pulled into the tide. And so grounding, I had just this like beautiful image of when we are grounded, the energy moves through us, moves around us. Because like, just think of a fucking redwood tree. Like, just there, like, what's up? I'm here, unshakable. And I trust that wind or storms are here to shake off the leaves that are no longer serving, shake off or bring awareness to the destruction that needs to happen. Destruction is inevitable. When you can be grounded in destruction, oh my God, you're going to get the fucking most out of it. You're going to tap the fuck into your power when you're grounded in destruction or chaos. 2 weeks ago, when the Capitol was stormed and rioted, I didn't know what was going on. I don't watch the news. I don't really follow. But my partner, he is connected to stuff. He'll listen to things and I'll hear things through him. Like, perfect. That's a great buffer for me. And I had just finished doing something. And he said something that made me be like, what? And I walked in and it was like, I didn't have my grounding, and I realized that later because all of a sudden I was just like, I snapped on him. I freaked out. I was like, I have to turn this off. And it was because I got swept in the collective energy of the fucking craziness that was happening 2 weeks ago. I was swept in his own experience of it as well. But when you're grounded, you hold that sense of who you are. Here I am. Yeah. So let me know, how is that resonating for you all? Do you have any questions about grounding? I do have some other tactics for grounding. Anytime I find myself kind of in a like, or I'm going to be late, or like life is happening to me instead of flowing with it, I know that's an awareness of like, oh, I'm not grounded. Okay, what do I need to do? Let me pause for a moment. Sometimes it's just a moment of holding my heart, leaning into whatever I'm sitting in. Leaning back into being held by the fucking chair that you're in, like actually being supported by it. It's a great grounding technique. What crystals do you recommend? So for crystals, like I said, that's a great tool, but it's important to not give your power to crystals. I used to do that. It was like, I literally couldn't leave the house unless I wore these for 3 years. And it switched here and there, but I could not leave my house unless I had these on, unless I had crystals in my pocket. People knew me as the girl, the woman with jingly pockets, because I would carry like 5 crystals. And it was because I didn't trust myself to be able to hold my space myself. And that was fine. That's what I needed at the time. So it's fine to hold that space, but no, just as with like tarot and oracle, it's just a tool to your own power and your own self. So crystals are a tool to what you can access within yourself. And for me, with crystals, like they all have wonderful properties, and you can connect with some of the ones with good properties, and I'll share that in a second. But what I invite you to do is actually either get a crystal book or go to a crystal store if you can. Beverly, I know you're in the UK, so it's probably different than here in the States. But if you can go to a crystal store, you can hold an intention that what you're looking for is grounding, or you can even say like, Spirit, guide me to what I need. And when you go into the store, just sense like, where am I being guided? Don't let the person help you either. You want to do it with your own intuition and your own sense. You can even tell the person. Most people at crystal stores know this technique, and it's just you being guided. You can put your hand over the crystals and see if is there one that gets warm. Does something happen in your tummy or your heart when you see one? Follow that and then read the properties, and it'll probably be like, whoa, I didn't even know I needed that. So I definitely recommend that. And then, hi, Allie, love you. And then the specific kind of crystals that can support with grounding are generally the more dense ones. I asked Spirit, I was like, should I bring my black tourmaline? And it was like a clear no. So black tourmaline is one that can be really helpful for grounding and clearing negative energy. But what you want to be sure to do is set the intention with the crystal of what you're looking for and clearing out any energy in it. If you go back to my videos from 2018, maybe, I made a video about clearing crystals. I used to do crystal talks. I almost want to post it as a joke because it's like, if you're a business owner, it's so fun to witness your transformation, because the video I did is like not as comfortable as I am now in any way, shape, or form. But clearing your crystal, you want to make sure that you clear it with love, with light. You can use smoke, and you're just holding the intention, a higher intention, that all the energy that is not aligned is cleared, and that it holds light for you. Yeah, I'm getting this tab like, move on from crystals. Beverly, if you want to chat more about crystals, you can DM me and I can give you more specifics. I'd be happy to help you with that. So grounding, coming back there, and I probably wouldn't have been able to be aware that we needed to shift back into grounding if I wasn't grounded right now. If you're also like me, hey Leslie, you can have like, sometimes I have like a squirrel attention where I'm just like, here, what? But if I'm not grounded, I can be like, what? And then go here, and then what? And go here. Like, I could have been diagnosed with ADD, probably, definitely. But grounding helps me be like, okay, I can flow here, but I know I'm coming back here. I utilize my Aquarius energy and flow to know that I'm still over here, but eventually I am going to come back here. Man, I used to feel like I was bipolar because I would go up and down so much. Because I didn't know how to keep myself in my body, keep myself grounded. I also used to smoke a lot of weed because I'm from the Yay, where we high and go down. These are fun. I like when people are on here because then I can bring my personality out. Usually I just talk to myself, with the deeper intention that y'all will see it later. Any other questions about grounding? I'd love to guide us through another visualization grounding exercise before. My dog is chewing on a rubber toy and it's a weird noise. I'm gonna move it. Do you want to say hi to the people, Kobe? Get that off the bed. Excuse you. Crazy motherfucker. Highly recommend you all watch my story right before I went on live. Kobe saw himself in the mirror and started barking at it. I couldn't go live. I had to post it. All right, y'all. We are going to do another little grounding at the beginning of the video, the chat. I did a little grounding exercise. I'm going to do one that holds a little more deeper intention. So, yeah. You can feel free to comment any questions. You can come back to IGTV. You can DM me if you have questions, if you're looking for support and grounding, because it is important to feel safe in your body, to feel safe on earth, to feel safe in this moment. Before I start, I am going to take this toy away from my dog, because to go into a meditative state with this little crunchy noise would be so annoying. All right, y'all. Let's get into it. So, go ahead and take a breath. Fully arrive. Close your eyes if that's available. Let's have you just notice the support beneath you, whether it's the floor, a chair, the ground, your bed. Just notice what's holding you up right now. And then see if you can allow yourself to be held up fully. Really lean into that support now. And then take another moment and take another breath. And send your breath to your root chakra, which is at the base of your spine. Inviting in grounding, inviting in healing, inviting in your source to the foundation the earth has to offer. And taking your next breath now and send it to your heart chakra, which is at your heart space. Breathing into that space to clear out anything that feels a little stuck, sticky, allowing your heart to open fully to the divine frequency of love. And then at your heart chakra, I want you to visualize the middle of a tree trunk. See this tree trunk surrounding your heart from the front to the back and wider than your physical body. You can see the top of the tree is the top of you, and it can extend higher than your head. Let it go up. Let yourself be tall. Let yourself be big. Let yourself be your true height. And then from that heart space, allow the tree to continue down past your tummy and your legs, down past the floor, past every layer of the earth until it reaches the center core. See it puncture the center of the earth, fully rooting you, grounding you, and anchoring you here and now. Begin to receive the elixirs of healing flow that the center of the earth has to offer, that Mother Earth has to share with you. See the pools of healing swirl up your grounding, up the tree, up into your body and into your space, into your bones, into your cells. Receive it all. Fully get filled up by the healing pools of the center of the earth, the healing flow that Gaia is constantly sharing to you. Notice if you can soften and allow yourself to be held by this tree, by this grounding, by your truth, just a little bit more. Good. And now take a moment, bringing your hands to wherever feels good, maybe your legs, maybe your eyes, maybe your head, maybe your heart. And feel that body of yours. Connect with it. Receive this temple for your spirit. Honor the skin that holds you. And just take a moment, another breath, and breathe in anything that you feel could support you right now. Love, peace, healing, connections. Breathe it in. And as you exhale, I want you to offer that same thing to the world. When you are ready to come back, just gently flutter your eyes open. Yes. Powerful. Grounding like this in a space where I know Fascinations Hard Headwear, Beverly, you're in London, or the UK, I don't know if you're in London. Leslie, I believe you're in Utah or Idaho. Alejandro, I don't know where you are, but I'm in San Francisco. Like, we collectively grounding like that has massive domino effects, ripple effects across the collective. And so you taking this time is not only helping you, it's helping so much more. Every time you ground into the earth, you are helping support the grounding of others. And Beverly, yes, it is really sunny out here. It's like 65, 70 degrees consistently. So that exercise, it doesn't need to be super long. It can be just a moment of, let me visualize that tree. Let me visualize locked, rooted into the earth. Like, it can be a quick moment. If you have a crystal, once you touch the crystal, it can be a tap, a trigger, a plug-in to I'm grounded now. Like, it doesn't have to be an elaborate thing. It's good to have the practice of that sometimes, but we're not always able to. I used to. Sometimes I do this still, but when I was moving through a lot, sometimes with my partner, I'd be like, hang on, 1 second, let me ground. Close my eyes, give myself 10 seconds. Sometimes I would count like this so he would know. Because like that's what I needed to bring myself back so that I could be in responding instead of reaction. So that I can be rooted within a possible storm, within some movement, within some change. Good stuff, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. I would love to hear from you, love to support you further, if that's on mind. We will have another live on we and Kobe and my guides on Friday at 5:15 for a guided healing meditation. And next Monday, I'll be doing my angel card reading at 9 Pacific time and another channel chat next Wednesday. Take care and keep on keeping on. If you like the meditation, I have, you can download it for free if you go to my website, carolynhealings.com, and there's a freebie link, and you can get it there. Or you can DM me, I'll send it to you. All right, y'all. Enjoy your hump day. Get some peace for your mind, love for your body, and strength for your soul. Take care.